cameraman.
Hi, I'm here today to talk to you about ovens. Actually sophisticated ovens, actually called autoclaves. Now, I'm going to introduce to you today what an autoclave is, how an autoclave actually works, and the pros and cons of using an autoclave. Now, going into my first representation of an autoclave, this is an industrial autoclave. There's two main types of an autoclave, which would be an industrial autoclave and a medical laboratory autoclave. The industrial autoclave right here is the autoclave at MIC Group's foundry over in Brenham, Texas. The reason I have this picture is because I'm working with MIC Group right now with a problem with their investment casting. This autoclave and this boiler, as you can see, are not working correctly, and it is involving shell cracking in their ceramic molds. Now, the way this system works is this boiler stack right next to the right, autoclave is on the left. This boiler, it heats up flash steam, and this flash steam shoots through that 18-foot steam line, the black cast iron right here, as you can see, and it shoots into the autoclave. Now, the autoclave without that boiler is just a simple pressure vessel. Now, this pressure vessel is 3 feet in diameter and about 4 feet long, and that's what holds the ceramic molds. And what this autoclave does is inside these ceramic molds is a wax pattern, and that heat will de-wax the pattern. Now, if you put this heat inside this autoclave for too long, then the ceramic shell and the slurry will actually start cracking, and say, for instance, if you had that heat in there for, 2 hours, then that ceramic shell would actually like disintegrate with the wax as well. Well, not disintegrate, but melt, per se. And that's the general use of an autoclave in the industrial business, in the manufacturing business. Now, another autoclave that I had said, which is a medical laboratory autoclave, is a bit different. A medical laboratory autoclave, which looks much smaller, and is used for sterilization purposes. Now, you can put needles in here, and you can put any types of tubes or picks that a dentist would use, or mirrors or scissors that you would use that you would need to put in here before a patient's surgery. This will decontaminate all the bacteria. Could take anywhere from 4 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how sophisticated your autoclave is. And in the previous autoclave, it was an industrial grade, and it used a component, the gas-fired boiler. This autoclave has just its own mechanism inside, internally, and you just use the keypad, and it'll use pressure to decontaminate the objects. Now, in another industrial autoclave that I can have for you to see, so the differences of an industrial grade autoclave is one right here, which is used in the aviation industry. Now, this could be used on any type of plane. Well, if, say, the largest plane would need like a massive autoclave, like a jumbo jet, and this one, which I believe is for Lockheed Martin, is big enough for like an F-35 wing or an F-35 fuselage, and you put the whole structure inside of that and you cook it up. And it's mainly for material purposes. You can change the material grade of the substance or the structure that's inside. Now, the reason I introduced and chose the topic to inform you all of the autoclave is because of my senior design project is covering autoclaves, so I'm very familiar with how they work, and I felt comfortable using that as my topic. And that concludes my speech.